So, really excited to have the legendary Trey with us today. The legendary Trey, too. He's made it to that status at this point.
Whoa.
Since last
I-
time we
wow.
talked to him,
Since
he's made some leaps and bounds.
What was that?
And
I mean, the last time the last time you were on the pod
he
was
hasn't
a while
really
ago, but
changed
then
anything.
no, he hasn't.
It's
He's been discovered. You know what I mean?
He's the
He's been
same
discovered.
Ooh.
old Trey that we know and love.
Yeah, he's been. It's like somebody hit a gold vein, but it's like a Trey vein. You know what I mean?
Oh,
And
the
it's
only
rich.
difference-
it's
The only difference is my mullet is a little longer now.
Yeah, that's the only difference is the mullet has grown.
Yeah,
Right.
that's it.
That's it.
Nothing else. Nothing else happened.
Exactly. Nothing new in Trey's life at all.
Yeah, no.
Which has been fantastic. We're happy to have you, Trey, again.
Thank you for having me.
Old Andy came up with a pretty good idea. Well, one thing we need to talk about is the TicketPass.
Yes,
right?
finally. I love talking about TicketPass.
well, and because this is such a new thing and it's utilizing new technology that people aren't familiar with, it took a lot of community members to step up because it's a 24-hour Discord. There's people coming in all the time that want information, and there's people from all over the world coming in all the time that want new information.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I say this is because Trey, we had him on the podcast earlier. We did an Avenged Sevenfold song draft. If you haven't listened to it, it sucks, but you should listen to it anyway. Not because of Trey, because Tim and I are dipshits.
Yeah.
I think we can
to be
agree
fair,
on that, right? That's one thing we can agree on.
I can't remember what I drafted. I just felt like I won the draft, but I don't.
But since then,
all I know is I picked a little piece of heaven.
oh yeah, you did get a little piece of heaven.
You did.
I did. I won that.
You did.
But since then,
Yeah.
where I was going with this is Trey was one of those people that was like tenacious in there, just always fixing people's problems. And eventually, now, Trey is part of the team. And that's why Trey's with us today, because he got brought on to be part of the team and works for Avenged directly as a moderator in the Discord, which is so badass, by the way.
Yeah.
And
It's so like
no one
well
deserves
deserved,
it more,
too.
than because of the countless hours. And like, I understand you believe in this technology, you believe in what the band's doing. They're doing something that hasn't been done before, so it's also cool that you're on the forefront of that. But anyway, that was a lot of me just talking to say congrats about that.
I mean, here's the thing. It's funny because it's capable of benefiting people that are really involved in the Discord, and it's capable of benefiting people that are less involved in the Discord or not involved in the Discord at all, right? I mean, so I am at Discord-wise, I am at mid-level involvement, so I don't know all the deets of
Low level
TicketPass.
involvement.
I'm low level. Let's get real. I lurk a lot. But I don't get super involved as much as I used to. So what I want you to do is just give me a good description of what TicketPass is. Like, what's the benefit of that to just your average concert goer?
All right. So So first, it's actually Season Pass now. So Ticket Pass is within Season Pass. But like it's same concept applies. So Season Pass is basically the free rewards program from Avenged, and it's for like a regular concert goer. What's really nice is that as long as you buy your tickets from Ticketmaster, you're eligible to receive a Ticketmaster proof of attendance token. And so if you go to a bunch of Avenged shows, that those like I think it's only been in the States plus Toronto, where these have come out, and then you get points for them in the rewards program, and from there you can go through and you can earn rewards basically. So I think the first one is Ticket Pass, which gets you the priority access to tickets, and that's particularly useful for people who are not Deathbats. And then you can get a couple like collectibles, and then you get a 15% merch discount. I think after that is when you can unlock one of the demos, and then there's a 50% merch discount, or there's a 30% merch discount, a 50% merch discount, a few more demos, free tickets, a meet and greet, and I think there's something else, but I'm blanking on it. But yeah, so just for your average concert goer, you can get points for scanning your merch, which have the NFC tags on them. You'll get points for going to the concert, If you're a Deathbats Club holder, you'll get double points basically because you can also scan in and get your Deathbats Club POA. And on top of that, you'll get your multiplier for having a bat. So yeah, there's a lot of benefits for just your average concert goer.
It sounds complicated, I guess, when you try to package it all together and describe it, but like, it's pretty similar to like a gaming season pass or something like that. I can't remember which ones. I'm not really a gamer, but what's it like?
It's basically like the Fortnite Battle Pass, but Avenged. So you can go through, and as you earn points, you can just keep claiming rewards. You don't lose points when you claim stuff too. So you just basically keep like playing the game, i.e., just supporting Avenged how you normally would, and you'll just get rewarded for doing what you would do anyways.
Yeah,
so.
that's the coolest part. Is it's stuff we're already doing as fans of the band. So you're already buying tickets. That's going to get you points. You're already going to the shows and you're buying the merch. But that's another layer is you can scan the merch, and that's another. They've kind of just broke the mold in so many different places.
I was to say it hasn't started yet, but eventually, at some point, you'll also get points for streaming music. But at the time of this, at least, still being worked on. So more
that's
TBA.
huge. That's huge because wait, if I buy something off of like their website or off of their store, does it now start to come with an NFC tag? Like maybe like some of their newer merch, or is it just stuff that's at the concerts?
So anything on not anything, but a lot of things on A7X World are tagged and have been. So if an item is tagged, it'll say it in the description like this item is equipped with an NFC tag, blah blah.
Oh, okay.
And nothing in the it's not the tour vault. It's like it's the old merch that they like kind of have like that you can buy. None of that stuff's tagged. It's all going to be live ad and newer merch that's tagged.
Okay.
So and then things like CDs, cassettes are tagged. A few of the vinyls are tagged, not all of them, but a lot of what's on the Avenged site is tagged.
So if you want to get involved with that kind of stuff, it should be in the description then, right?
Yes. Yeah, and there's going to be a link on how to do it all too.
Okay. And so this is so essentially the merch and eventually hopefully streams and things like that is essentially how we're going to collect XP to get to the next level of the battle pass.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. And I've never heard of anybody else doing anything like this, and it's crazy too, because, we run into people that have seen, I mean, Papa Roach, right? I don't know why I run into people who've seen like 20 Papa Roach concerts, but like they're just that level of involvement with something that you really love. It's awesome that it's like, it's already rewarding because you love it, but then it's becoming more and more rewarding. So it kind of incentivizes people to get involved. But I like that it also incentivizes people to get involved in the community too. Like you said, so for a lot of this stuff, you don't have to be involved with any of the community stuff. But it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool that it's an extra little like gateway to like connecting with more Avenged Sevenfold fans and more people that are like have that common interest. I think that that's like freaking awesome. That's a really cool angle to look at it too.
Well, and then I noticed with the Jakarta show that they just recently announced that different levels of season pass are going to get you. How is that put exactly? Basically, it gives you entries into like a raffle to be able to go to a party and hang out with the band.
Yeah.
So they're using season pass. So at any time they can just be like, whatever level season pass, that's going to give you entries into this, and then you can meet the band maybe and stuff. So it's cool that they could just like, I guess, do that whenever they want.
I don't know if it's based on levels, but I know that's basically anyone who holds a season pass can enter into that raffle as long as you are like. There's a couple caveats like you have to be old enough to go to the party, you have to be able to attend the party, but as long as you have a season pass and meet those like requirements, you just enter the raffle on Discord
entirely free,
and you're good to go.
To just
to
just be involved and have. So here's what I would ask for maybe people that. We've been kind of entrenched in this for a few years now, so I think that it's easy for us to forget like the learning curve. So if somebody come up to you and was like, I've heard about this season pass, I want to do the Avenged rewards. but I have no idea. Like, it sounds all basically like a different language to me. What would you say to them? Like, where would you go? Where did you want to go first?
I mean, I do this all the time in the Discord server, but I basically just start people with, hey, download an app called MetaMask, and here's how you're gonna create a new wallet. Here's how you keep that wallet safe, so don't share your 12-word phrase, the QR code or the passkey. No employee's gonna ask for that. Don't click on sketchy links. Don't click on anything that you aren't familiar with. And from there, you're gonna go into MetaMask. There's a little compass icon on the bottom right-hand corner, and that's gonna take you to that MetaMask browser. From there, you just go to AvengedSevenfold.io, create an account, and then you just literally click on Season Pass and click opt in. It's like 3 steps of create MetaMask, create an Avenged Sevenfold.io account, click opt in, and you're good to go.
Which is,
so
I mean,
pretty easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For anybody that's interested, I mean, even me, I'm not like fully Web3 integrated, right? But I mean, like for even just a dude like me, that's pretty easy because MetaMask is a pretty easy app to use, anyways, right?
Yeah, like it's set up like it's super simple. Like it looking at it, I also like it over Coinbase. That's Coinbase wallet. That's a personal gripe.
Yeah.
Because for anyone who's listening, who's like more like Web3 integrated / friendly, Coinbase wallet works fine. I'm just biased, and I like MetaMask.
And I would encourage people to take advantage of this just because, like the party thing is a really good example. How much effort that listen, if this is your favorite band, they put a lot of effort back into the fan base. Like that is just like really well known. But like if you ever get to these events and meet these guys, dude, they're like, we all look at them as like put them on this pedestal or whatever. But then like when we've been to parties and stuff, that they're there and they'll just be like, oh yeah, hey man, how's everything going? Like, oh hey, how's Idaho? Like that kind of stuff. And I feel like they remember everybody. So like it's cool that people that aren't super entrenched, even though we love DBC, but I'm saying it's cool that people that aren't super entrenched and it can still have this opportunity to kind of get to the next level and kind of move forward into their fandom type of a situation. So that's dope because Andy had to set up all my stuff for me to get me into the Deathbats stuff.
That's true.
Into Mint and everything like that,
Here's step 1. Here's step 2. We're gonna walk you through it.
100%. Oh, 100%. And so like, the Web3 stuff, while now that I know it's more user friendly than people perceive it to be, it feels like a daunting task, like anything that somebody doesn't understand, like anything new, right? And so it feels like a daunting task. And so this season pass stuff is so cool though. I mean, that's a wild idea. It's just like the real life battle pass. It's sweet.
Yeah.
If I had a season pass for Kickstarts, dude, I'd be like, I'd own Mountain Dew at this point. Like, I'm not gonna lie. So
Mr. CEO of Mountain Dew.
That's right. Lithium Jones.
Tim would have earned that meet and greet.
Lithium Jones CEO. That's how he beat his narcolepsy. His Mountain Dew Kickstarts.
Yeah. If I can do it, anybody can.
But no, it's really fun. Like getting to do some work for them. It's nice. Having to explain it to parents at my actual real job at an ice rink has also been kind of fun. Because it's like, oh, what do you do? And I'm like, it's complicated.
Yeah.
Like
then you're just like, so here's the season pass. And then you're just like, I'm going to tell you about season pass really fast. Hold on, you need to go to MetaMask and start a wallet.
Hello, parent who does not care at all, but download MetaMask.
They're like, I just want to actually just rent some skates.
I just want to know what time my kid's practice is tomorrow.
No, that's awesome. What a fun community too, because I'm a part of a bunch of different Discords, and that's definitely the most active one.
Yeah,
it's like and I even pop in it, and like I said, I pop in it and lurk a lot, and just kind of checking out. So that's a cool place to be in charge of, because dude, so many Discords are dead. Look at ours. Just kidding. That's rude.
Yours is popping. Yours is great. I see people in there. Don't worry. No, the Avenged one 24/7. There's always something.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm known for being there at some irregular and weird hours, and even no matter when I check in, I'm like, oh hey, there are people somehow at 3:45 in the morning. There are people
just doing their thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it can get what we broke the Discord one time a long time ago because we had a potato conversation, and for like 4 straight hours, it was just memes and gifs and pictures of potatoes.
We were pretty sure
For
we
like
were
so
going to get
long.
banned.
Was that the one where the Deathbat was carved out of the potato?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Dylan, shout out to Dylan, carved a Deathbat out of potato. It's freaking awesome. But yeah, that was sweet. I forgot about that. He put it in his freezer. He like saved it for a long time. That was awesome.
I've seen that image come around a few times. I'm like, nice.
Yeah.
I know what started that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny.
We are the taters.
But yeah.
The tater boys.
Tater cord.
But
Yeah.
then Tater Boys, dude. Yeah.
When Tater Boys roll, come on. Pitch
Yeah,
it,
right?
pitch it in.
I guess we got the right guy in here to talk to.
That's true. Yeah, we need a Tater Boys roll,
What tater
dude.
One tater roll.
Just run that up the flagpole for us, will you, Trey, and see how
I gotcha.
see how that goes.
Tater Boys, it's admin powers and everything. Just full
just full on
server ownership.
Literally, but not, even if we had all that power, nothing would get done. Like we would do nothing with it. We'd just be like, I don't know. I don't even know how it works. Honestly, we just got internet in Idaho, so you were up here. Trey also got to come up and stay. How many days did you stay for, Trey? A couple days?
2 or like 3, I want to say.
Trey came up to the ranch, to the Andy Ranch, to Corral Ranch there, and stayed for a few days, and we got to shoot guns, and you guys went on like a motorcycle ride and like dirt bike ride. Like that, dude. That was an awesome time. We're gonna have to do DBC camp here in the next little bit.
I still think about that burrito, by the way. That was like the elk meat breakfast burrito before the concert that like got me through that entire day. I still think it was that good that I'm like, I'll wake up some mornings, I'm like, wow, I really want like that burrito again.
I was shocked by that burrito as well.
Yeah. It was so good.
We all just like bit into it and was like, what is happening?
Dude, the elk meat, bro. That's how I got so big. Look at, I mean, like, we eat a lot of elk up here. You know, got to forage for our own food, things like that.
Yeah.
So
good. That burrito got me through the pit, the events afterwards, the events before it.
Not to mention,
that was so sweet. The pit situation was so cool because Trey ended up front and center. Oh man, that was so cool. In fact, you know what? I looked at our messages the other day, and I read through because you and I were messaging because we made a trade for the pit access or something, and then I was like, and then we went, and then I was in line and bought us both merch, like you bought both of our merch or whatever, and that was a sweet time. That was fun. What a good show.
I almost didn't make it into the pit, by the way, because they told us like, oh yeah, after like the merch lineup, they were like, okay, you guys have like 20 minutes before we can let you in. So like, go walk around, go get water, go to the bathroom, whatever. So I go like, I think I went to the bathroom or something. Like 5 minutes later, I walk back, everyone's gone. And like, they'd gone into the pit 15 minutes early, and I had to like, I looked at the security guard, and like, I was with them. I swear I have this wristband on. Please let me in. And at first he's like, I can't. You weren't with them. And eventually I think like another guard was like, just let him go. And I just like sprinted into the pit, and somebody held my spot. But I almost missed it, and I was so sad.
You ended up in like you ended up in like the best spot, didn't you?
Yeah,
that was
so
like, sweet.
In between center stage and stage right, basically, it's like right next to like Johnny, kind of like in that area. So
all
fun.
of those activities would have leveled up your season pass as well.
Yeah,
yeah. DBC check-in and a Ticketmaster proof of attendance.
Yeah, and
just
the merch.
saying. And, and the merch.
The elk burrito.
Cool...
We'll work on getting that.
We'll just put we'll put a NFC thing in the burrito. You have to swallow it though.
Yeah, you have to scan your stomach.
You have to, yeah, it's like you got to earn it. You know what I mean?
You have to earn these points. Eat the burrito and the tag.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. No, dude, I really look forward to seeing more shows and doing more fun things as a group. But for sure, the season pass is going to make a big difference, I think.
Oh, 1,000%. I'm very excited to see, like, because the season ends at the end of the year, but next year I'm curious how it's going to go once, like, because this season it started kind of counting like a year and a half in a way, because it started at a weird time. So next season's going to be like everyone starts from zero. So I'm kind of, I want to see how it starts when everyone starts like at the same level.
Yeah.
Free merch on that.
If we'd have had this when I was a teenager, we'd be up there, I bet. I mean, like, just with all the merch and shows we've been to and stuff like that. That old Avenged Sevenfold merch, dude. Like, in fact, I sent a bunch of shirts home with Andy that don't fit me anymore. But yeah, I'm really excited for this because old and new fans are gonna be able to experience something that like I wish we had years ago.
Well, no,
That's
it'll
so
be
cool.
interesting too, because just like the Jakarta show that we were talking about, they can kind of just throw new things at you that you don't know are coming, and reward you in ways that you're not, that you won't see coming. So it will be interesting to see the new season roll out.
No, I'm so excited. It's gonna be cool, and I'm excited to see like photos and stuff from like the party and stuff because like I don't know what the deal is with it. I just know that it's happening, and I'm very stoked to see kind of like what they have in store for that.
For sure.
So
yeah,
no, it's
that'll
gonna
be awesome.
It's gonna be sick.
Hey, dude, the parties are legendary. That's all I know.
True.
The parties are legendary.
I'm still too young to go to any of the parties, but I did get to go to Beyond the Streets, which was very fun. And that wasn't even like an official like party. It was just like a little like art meetup that was awesome.
Right.
Oh yeah,
that is so cool. That's super dope.
What was I going to ask you? I had a good thing I'm hungover for this.
Gotta be on it. Come on.
Good thing
Come on, Satan
the
face.
Good thing about the good thing about
I
this
still think
is
he's
that
more of like
I can edit out any parts of me I don't like. You guys can't do that to yourselves.
No, we can't. No,
I still think he looks more like a strawberry. You know,
am I that red right now?
You're
kind of pink.
Oh yeah, it's because of things.
It is. I was there for the things. They happened.
What else was
50
I thinking
burgers,
about?
50 fries.
Season pass.
55 burgers, 55 fries.
House flies.
House flies.
Your husbands are house flies.
Just wait, dude. Just wait. Trey, when we release that song, you better push the crap out of it for us, okay?
I will be your number one fan.
Oh, one of the cool things I wanted to bring up about Season Pass. So Sin Gates released one of his customs. There was only 30 of them. Is that right?
30, yeah. Yes, I think 30, yeah.
Really cool guitar. But this is just another cool thing that they can do as a band. They made that part of Season Pass, and basically I think if you bought that guitar, it almost automatically maxed out your Season Pass.
Yeah, so without DBC it's 60,000 points. With your DBC multiplier it's 90,000 points. So it's basically just like here's a meet and greet almost, buy like 3 shirts and you'll be good to go.
Yeah, so
man.
Anybody that bought the guitar basically maxed out their Season Pass, especially if you're a DBC person. Like Trey just said, you might have had to buy an extra shirt or something, but you're a shoe-in for a meet and greet. So I don't know. I just found that to be cool because it's like you could go buy like a cool custom guitar from another band or something, but you're not gonna like get a meet and greet on top of it, and you're getting a token, and the guitar's verified on the blockchain, so it has authentication that cannot be taken away or lost or reproduced. So
right,
yeah,
just so many layers to it. That might sound confusing to somebody that's not like fully into this, but I don't know. Maybe
the TLDR is that it's very cool, and you should participate in Season 5. just show it the entire episode.
Well, I mean, if you're already buying merch and you're already going to the shows and you're already listening to the music, because like you said, coming up, and I know Shadows has talked about it in the past on different podcasts and like in the Discord, but the work he's doing to get Spotify and some of these streaming platforms on board with this is actually kind of groundbreaking in itself as well. He's working with them so that you can be rewarded for your streaming habits, which that's never happened.
Nobody does that. Yeah.
And for him to have a platform that's big enough now, and he's a big enough figure to just be like, hey, Spotify, this is what I want. This is what I want you guys to figure out with me. And they actually listen. That's really cool.
Yeah. No, it's because like there's always like, oh, the Spotify end of the year wrapped. Congratulations. here's a T-shirt that you can buy.
Yeah.
Like you don't even get the thing. You have to buy a shirt to prove that you listen to someone. Versus like, hey, give us the information so that we can reward our fans for listening without making them pay to be rewarded, which makes no sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no.
There's actually a lot of genius behind that because it doesn't hurt Spotify at all. It actually helps them.
Yeah.
It's going to incentivize people to use their platform, and it's also incentivizing the fans of whoever you're listening to want to listen to their favorite band because they're going to be rewarded. Like that's never existed before. That's really cool. So I'm excited to see that roll out. Is there any timeline on that you're aware of? Or?
I was just saying I don't know when. I'm just waiting because I really want it. Like I know that Matt said I want to say like in the Discord he was like, yeah, like we're really working on it, but there still isn't like a timeline yet. Hopefully there will be one soon, but I don't know.
I think you know how they do Bitcoin mining farms. I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna do that with Spotify and mine.
He's gonna set up a basement of like computers, just listening to Spotify.
All streaming.
Yeah, just all hail to the king, like 6,000 computers of it at one time.
You are the #1 fan.
Dude, don't give people any ideas. They're gonna be out there just maxing out season passes. Just
yeah.
I think there's obviously going to be some stuff in place to like prevent.
No, Trey, don't.
That,
no,
but you know, hey, all right, I won't kill your dream, but
don't get involved in that. Don't give away my secret.
You just admitted it on the here. What? Somebody, you know, just because of that, you're gonna have 600 computers. I'm gonna have 601 just to beat you.
Damn it. I didn't.
Go the
that wasn't. That was a rough number, Trey. Okay, so I'm just saying.
I mean, I imagine that you could only put so many like you can't just leave your Spotify playing.
Yeah, like there's probably.
Yeah, but if I make like a 10-month long playlist of just Avenged Sevenfold songs, I could.
Just a little.
I mean, just hit play and just for.
Girl, I know for 10 months.
Girl, I know. Yeah, that's right. She's more comfortable down on her knees.
Well, I'm sure
10 months of that.
I'm sure there's going to be a lot of things in place too. That's kind of what's exciting about watching it roll out. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, like they also think of like everything.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's like it's insane. Like how far ahead they're gonna they think about the stuff of like, okay, what could happen? Like what could go wrong? What can we put in place? Like what should we do for any of these scenarios? And it's all like covered, which is really cool.
The only thing I've seen them not think about was they did not bring a microphone to the Halloween party.
Yeah, dude.
To make announcements with.
What band is the microphone?
And yeah, that's the one thing I've ever seen them not think about. So if that's the one thing they forgot, they're doing pretty good.
I think it was getting towards the end of that party, and they're supposed to be giving stuff away, and we asked. I think Tim and I were like, they can do that giveaway, Court? We're asking Court, and she's like, well, we're having technical difficulties because we don't have a mic. And we're like, wait a minute. A platinum selling like metal band? We're in their warehouse?
We were in the same room with the platinum records. Like we were in the same room with the records. And we were just like, oh, that's a weird thing to not have in your warehouse.
Then I'm like,
this huge.
I'm like, I know a dude in here that could probably project pretty well anyway. You might not need a microphone.
I think you must have been on vocal rest.
To be fair, I was talking about this before, like we started of like, you know, having a mic but not having a mic stand, so you just sit there holding the mic the entire time as you're talking. Not talking about anyone in particular or anything in particular, just saying.
Yeah.
I do kind of want to talk about the Avenged Sevenfold.io and maybe Bitflips a little bit.
Bitflips are cool. There's some very, very cool fellas.
Yeah. So have you got to work a little bit more closely with them?
Yesn't, in the sense of like they're really helpful about whenever there's like an issue with tokens and stuff. So like if I'm trying to think of like an example of like the shook jackets, for instance. So I think at least right now something went wrong with those where they aren't actually reflecting points in season pass right now.
Oh, I have one.
And so yes, you probably don't have the points for that right now. It's fun. So
is that worth a lot of
thankfully,
points?
I think it's worth like probably like 1,000 something. I want to say I don't know if it has like a special amount.
Dude, I want my points.
But yeah, I basically just kind of went to went to BitFlips and I was like, hey, these aren't working. Verify can't really help right now. And they're like, well, I think the plan is just to do it all manually once this is done. And so like they're always super helpful about like when I have a question or getting things set up, getting everything working, getting everything just like keeping the Discord running, because they actually like I think they've built out a bunch of the bots that we use in the server. They built the entire ARG, if I'm correct. Don't quote me on that, but I believe they did.
Tim.
Yeah, no, BitFlips is awesome. They are great at what they do.
The reason I bring up BitFlips too is because the interface, the user interface when you go on to Avenged7fold.io and you're kind of messing around with your season pass and checking it out, it's all really cool as well. Like it's kind of set up like a game. It's fun to go in and check it out and see where you're at. So they do a super good job with all of that.
I know that like it was a lot of it was taken like from the Fortnite Battle Pass. Like that was kind of the main when I heard about it first before it kind of all went live. When I got on that little like phone call, like all right, here's what's coming. It was explained to me as like, you know, Fortnite Battle Pass, but make it Avenged, and here's all the stuff we're gonna do. And I'm like, cool. I will really try to remember that, but that's a lot of information. And it turned out really, really awesome though.
Oh, another thing. Speaking of Avenged7fold.io, the band just decided to upload all the stems of one of their songs.
The cosmic stems. The cosmic stems are so.
And
yeah,
it's cool because they did it on the blockchain, so it's like verifiable. I think that they're making a push to like move all of everything they do, so that like it can't be, I don't know, duplicated by AI and stuff. You always know who their real Avenged Sevenfold is because the stems and all of that stuff will be on the blockchain, I think is where they're trying to go with it. But I've also just never seen a band say, hey guys, here's the stems to one of our most popular songs. Have fun.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that before.
I've wanted this like from any band I listen to, and it never happens because I'm always like, ooh, I want to just like go through and just like break down every single little bit of a song and just like nerd out about it a little bit, I guess. And so, and I got like that little notification of, all right, the stems are like just like that. The Discord ping of stems are on the blockchain. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just cut out like 3 hours of my evening, put that aside, and just go through and listen to all of it. It's so cool, and I think to kind of like to paraphrase, if this is successful and it kind of works out, I think that they're looking to upload more songs, but that's like TBA, and it depends on how this goes, obviously. But I think that they're at least looking into uploading more songs, more stems.
It's really cool, and I remember as a fan of, well, really any band, but you'd go on to like YouTube and people would, I don't know, they would use their mixing abilities and kind of like isolate the vocals or like isolate a guitar solo. And so it was always fun to go try to find those so that you could just hear an isolated track of like maybe a hard to sing part or something. You're just like, whoa, that's crazy. But now they're just like, oh, you don't have to go listen to some like, I don't know, bad version. Here's the stems. You can just listen to it.
Dude, that is so cool.
If you want more, I don't know if it's like, I guess they're technically official stems. I figured this out the other night. Because they just added Hail to the King to Fortnite. Apparently, if you play like the jam track in a lobby without other people playing, you can play the vocals, the drums, the guitars, and the bass isolated from each other. So you can. I was just sitting there, like I loaded into like a random game and went to like a corner of the map and just like listened through the vocal part because you can hear the vocals without any other instruments now. I think you can do that with other like those other parts of it too. It's really So those aren't like on the blockchain or anything. They're like that's another like stems that were kind of just released in a like loophole workaround way.
Yeah,
well, that's kind of cool. It's not like the old Guitar Hero where it's like a cover band.
Well, it's like that's like the festival. That's like the jam track where like you can now do like Fortnite Avenged Sevenfold Guitar Hero, but like in like the battle royale lobby, you can like use the song as like an emote and it'll play it in the lobby, and it's really really cool.
That is cool.
Yeah,
it's funny.
So I will be annoying my friends with that for the next month. that whenever we play BRs.
I don't understand how they're able to dip their toes in all of this stuff. And it's one thing when you know the band isn't like that. They're kind of like, hey, they tell somebody that works for them or whatever, the man, I don't know, go do this. But that's not how they are with it. They're very involved with all of the processes. And so to be able to have I don't know, have irons in that many fires and keep everything straight, it's crazy. They're
Pretty
I
wild.
don't know.
All the things we
I
just
don't know how
talked
they do
about.
it.
They're doing they did a VR concert. Everything's on the blockchain. They're releasing their own stems. They rolled out Season Pass. They're involved with Fortnite. They're talking to Spotify. Dude, they got Ticketmaster involved with Web3. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. They must have clones.
The
hustling.
Ticketmaster thing.
So that's
The
hustling.
Ticketmaster thing is cool too. Because I don't know if they did it before Avenged, but I've noticed now, like going to like a couple other Ticketmaster events that aren't Avenged related afterwards. Like I was at a Sharks game like 2 months ago, and like on the jumbotron, I was like, oh yeah, and you can get your like Sharks digital collectible, blah 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 blah, blah and like enter like a raffle or something. And I was like, wait a minute, hold on,
This feels
digital
familiar.
collectible. I know about these. Hold on a second. And so if you kind of like go in, like it's not marketed in the same way that like Avenged their like the digital collectibles are, because the Avenged ones they give you all the points and stuff, but these ones for like a Sharks game, it was like, yeah, go, you can get a collectible to say that you went to this game, and also you can use it to enter a raffle for like a signed jersey or whatever. And I was like, okay, that's pretty cool that like it's outside of Avenged. Like there's like this is still being used, even if it's marketed a different way. Like it's still like Web3, but in a nice, pretty package, so people don't realize, oh, this is one of those the JPEG people. It's like no, there's more to it.
Yeah, that's super dope.
I want to bring this up too, because this is probably one of the biggest factors moving forward with the blockchain technology, and why it's important to me, and why I think it's going to be important moving forward to everybody. Because a lot of people probably sitting there saying, well, you could do all of this without the blockchain, right? Reward systems, they've existed forever, for as long as people have been buying shit, probably. So there's lots of different ways to do it. There's lots of different Web 2 ways to do it. And they're probably sitting there saying, so why are we getting all fancy with Web 3? What's the point? And I think one of the big points is ownership. And that's going to be a really cool thing moving forward. And I think Avenged just said, even like, you own these rewards. So when you go to your season pass and you redeem whatever reward level you're at, so you redeem your 15% as a 15% merch discount. That's one of them along the way. That's your reward now. And it doesn't just mean that you can only use it, and there's all these other stipulations. Like on the blockchain, when you get it, it's yours. So you could turn around and sell that token, that reward, on the blockchain back to somebody maybe that wants a 15% discount, whatever that's worth to them. If you earned the meet and greet, you can put that on the market for sale and let the market decide what it's worth. But somebody might pay you. You might be like, hey, dude, I've met the band a few times and I earned this. So maybe I'll give somebody else an opportunity, and they can go on and then buy that. And then I think that that's what's going to happen, like with gaming and stuff, with your skins, with maybe you have a gun in a game that you earned. And we hope to see this all move to, in that direction, where like the things that you're earning or buying in these games become yours. So I think that that's one of the most important parts about all this. And I think that they recognize that too. As they're building all of this out. That was really long-winded, sorry, but that's one of the cool things.
It's a cool way that they're giving out ownership about things and for things, and so I kind of love the idea of that too, because it's like, oh man, I freaking qualified for this, but I'm not gonna be able to make another Avenged show this year. Maybe I can, figure out a way for this to benefit for me or whatever, which is awesome.
Yeah. And it's nice. So it's like any reward that you claim and don't use, you can use it for up to 5 years. But if it's something like, oh, I live in X location, I don't think the band is going to come here for 5 years, like, and you earn, let's say, the meet and greet and the tickets, you can sell those and you can make some of your money back on the pass. And like, in addition to giving it to somebody else who can actually use it. So it's really cool.
It's awesome that it's just out there too, right? So that's super cool. Yeah.
Well, and I wouldn't be surprised if. I mean, obviously, this isn't a thing that they've said or anything, so grain of salt. But like, they could probably the blockchain is immutable. They can always go back and see everything you've ever done. So your account,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't be surprised if at some point, maybe it's not Avenged or somebody else, when this starts to catch on and stuff, but they can then go back and just maybe reward you for how, involved you've been. So it's just a cool way to keep track of everything too.
Yeah,
for sure.
No, it's awesome.
Well, and the cool thing too is I was thinking, like, if a band or if somebody else wanted to collaborate in some way, it wouldn't be hard. I know with the blockchain, it wouldn't be hard to be like, hey, we saw that you went to our friend's show, Falling in Reverse or something, and we're going to add that to our season pass. Like, you're going to get points if you go check out Wes Lang down at his, I don't know, maybe he's doing like an art show. I don't know. So, like,
Yeah.
That's just how easy it is. Like, we could be like, oh, we could reward you for that. Or if Sultans of Slack did something, we could be like, hey, we want to, if you guys picked up the new Avenged thing because we think it's badass, like, we're just going to put that in our season pass for it. So it'd be cool when other people start to do it and see maybe some of those like collabs happen and stuff. It's ripe for it, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like you can build it together. It's not like it's all just like an exclusive thing. Like it's meant so that everyone can participate and can do it.
Right.
So have you heard of any other bands like dipping their toes in that are maybe talking to bit flips? I know Megadeth has rolled out their fan club and it looks a lot like, so if anybody's a Megadeth fan that's listening to this, you should probably go get a token because look, dude, I got free VIP upgrade, free tickets for the Salt Lake show that's coming up. Just for owning the token, like the amount I spent on that token has already been paid for and then some because of all this stuff. So anyway, sorry, that's a whole nother podcast, but yeah, sorry, the question was, other than like Megadeth and stuff, like what other bands are maybe looking into doing this? Have you heard anything, any rumblings? I want to know because I want to be part of it.
I don't know anyone who I don't know any bands in particular that are like looking into it. I know that Megadeth is actually Bitflips manages all their like Web3 stuff now, or like a portion of it. I don't know the specifics of it, but I know that Bitflips is now working with Megadeth. I don't know any particular specific bands that are looking into doing this kind of stuff, but like obviously it's been stated before. I think Matt said in a few interviews where it's like, people have asked him about this stuff and like have looked into it, but no, I wish I could give you a better answer than I don't know who's looking into it, but I know like I wish I knew.
I would imagine it's got to be being looked into because just being part of it as a consumer, I could see the value, like, and for one, there's so many layers to where the value comes from, I think. Because some people are there for the community and they like to do that and they like to bullshit in the Discord with people. Some people like to level up their season pass because it's like kind of gamified way to enjoy your favorite band. Some people just want to earn the rewards.
Yeah.
And take, advantage of that. Some people are there for the club, which there's so many ways to like, to get value.
The club aspect is like the club aspect of all of it is great too. Like I think so like when like at the 5 shows for Leg 3 that I went to, like I got to do a little barrier walk every night before doing all the photos, and like it was always like Deathbats Club lined a good chunk of the barrier every single night that I was there. It was so cool because like I'd walk down and it's like there'd be all the photographers that are kind of like talking amongst themselves, and then I'm just like going down the barrier saying hi to everyone, and like there's like everyone like knows each other. It's just like it's a club. It's so cool to see like people that normally just get to say hi online enjoying a concert together and like just having that time. I'm
like, so glad you brought that up.
Like, I think the highlights.
I forgot. I'm so glad you brought that up. You got to go photograph the band in like what 5 shows?
Yeah, like I ended up thanks to Court because Court was the one who told me to just ask because I was like I don't know because so I take pictures of cars and stuff for fun, like that's like what I'm gonna go do after this actually. And I'd never shot a concert before, but I was like, well, fast moving objects, camera, same thing.
Weird lighting.
I was just kind of yeah. So I was like kind of hesitant though about reaching out because like I don't want to seem like disrespectful, blah blah blah. Court was like just ask, just do it, and I'm like fine, and I did, and it worked out so that all the shows that I went to, I ended up getting to take photos, and it was like
Dude, that's
it was the
cool.
coolest thing ever, and I want to do it again. It was so fun. Like I'm shooting a concert tonight, like a much smaller one, but like I learned that it's very fun to take photos at concerts.
Yeah, that is so rad. I'm happy you got to do
that's
that.
Incredible.
We ended up with a photo pass from Treefort, and we're not really photographers, but we do use our own, like, for our episodes, we use all of our own footage. So, I mean, we are like using our own photography and stuff, even if it's dog shit. But it was a lot of fun, just for like even smaller bands to just like run up to the stage and like get some footage for a minute. I've always felt like as in a way, because I'm like not a professional, so I just like go up there for a second and then I just like bail out real quick. But yeah, I'm glad you got to do that. I'm glad you brought that up too. I wanted to hear about it.
It's like the best seat in the house. It's so fun because it's like I always like to get to the barrier because I'm 5'5". I'm not tall. Like I can't see. And so I'm always like stressed about like, oh, I need to get to the barrier. I need to get to the barrier so I can see. And now it's like, oh, I'm in a great spot. I don't have to worry about being stuck at a barrier for like 6 hours, not being able to go eat, drink, or anything like that. It's like, okay, I get to move around. I have time, and I also get to like take photographs and remember the experience and to share it with other people because that's like what I like to do. It's in my friend group, I'm like the cameraman where I at all of like the trips and stuff. I'm like, okay, we have to take a photo, guys. Like we need proof it happens. Now it's
there's always that one.
I'm glad
that's right.
Yeah.
It always needs to be that one. That's for sure.
Yeah, because people and then all my friends months later like, hey, I need a photo for whatever it may be. Do you have it? And I'm like, yes, I do. You're welcome.
Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
And it just transitions perfect.
Dun, 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 dun. then it got bad.
Whoops, I don't want that.
Lithium Jones here to give you the report on this week's bowling.
Lithium just...
I don't know, I feel like Lithium Jones is like bowling.
Well,
that's the vibe I get.
Frank Studebaker got a turkey and then a spare and then another turkey. So congratulations to Frank Studebaker. Scratch bowler out of Winnipeg.
And now on to competitive cornhole.
Competitive cornhole.
Oh, it's Jakarta. I just logged in and it was like telling me I could redeem a perk.
Redeem perks.
Like,
yeah, it's
Did you say a cardia?
And my wife went out again.
Jakarta. Like if we wanted to go to Indonesia, I think we could go to a freaking Avenged party. That'd be cool. But I'm not.
That'd be cool.
I don't think
I want to go to Indo so bad. I've been like hanging out in that chat a lot, and I'm just like I'm just so much FOMO. So I've helped out a few people over there, like with like TicketPass stuff, and I'm just like I want to go.
I think I might get kidnapped if I go to Indonesia. I don't know.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
I might get sold for parts. You know what I mean?
Nah. I was genuinely looking into going, so my mom was also like, "Oh, you know, like where do you want to go?" Obviously, because you're looking at flights. It's like, "Oh, Indonesia." She's like, "Oh, it's actually like probably not at all. Like, it sounds pretty fun."
It does look awesome.
Oh yeah, dude, you should totally figure out the Shook Jacket thing because I'm 255 points away from a 30% discount.
How about see if you can get that guitar on for me?
Yeah.
Just max me out right away.
Oh yeah, you gotta go.
Yeah, let me slide you 90,000 points real quick.
Yes, if you're cool with that, and then we'll figure it out later, right? Yeah. Slide me 90K. Not a big deal. But...
Oh my! Like...
That'd be cool if, like, you know, I got an idea for you. Run this by him.
Oh gosh!
Like if I come into Discord and say something super fucking hilarious, I think that you should be able to be like, "Yeah, here's 10 season pass points. Good job." That was pretty.
What about
that was funny?
Maybe like, you should just connect it to the starboard.
I think that this should be a thing because, dude, sometimes you get into Discord and you're like, "Come on, guys." Yeah, you're talking about something stupid, but if you start rewarding people for like saying funny stuff, then maybe there'd be a lot more funny stuff, like a lot better content for me to just
listen. The problem with that is that we're the only people that thinks it's funny, so we just laugh at ourselves.
They should give you
that's the big issue.
To like dole out some season pass points. Yeah.
The closest thing to that I have is whenever something goes wrong, I'm like, hey, bed flips, something's broken. Please help. Please.
That's pretty funny.
That is pretty incredible.
I had pulled that up to ask you a real question, and I just decided to go off. So yeah, I have 21,000 points.
I've got... How many points do I have? I have to flex so hard. 53,613.
Whoa.
53,000?
Yeah.
So hold on,
that hasn't accounted for all of my merch yet.
Let me go look. So you have... Oh. So you got the 50% discount.
Yeah, I'm about to be able to claim Meta Sevenfold.
Damn, dude.
So,
nice.
Yeah, I'm hoping to max it out, but I'm not sure yet. I want to max it out though.
You said end of the year, or is that kind of
I think
up in the air?
Yeah, so I've got a few more months. I'm gonna try. I think I'll be able to max it out if I'm doing my math correctly here. But
that's incredible.
I need more shows because that's when I'm gonna start earning points.
Yeah, no. I think the next time they tour around here, I'm gonna be at a lot of shows. Hopefully, I'm saving up already.
We'll see you there because I think I have 4 Pop Wonders.
I just have one for the sake of keeping because I was like, I just want to have one.
Them pops though.
Yeah, so
I should get a second one so I can actually use it.
Yeah, I went and bought.
I've used one of Andy's before.
I went and swept the floor on those at one time, and interestingly,
I remember that.
Dude, I was looking the other day, and there was only like 2 for sale, which was crazy.
Yeah, no, I think a bunch of them got used, and then people realized, oh wait, these are actually
oh wait, they're burned.
Well, no, they're actually good. They're useful.
Yeah.
At any given time in the past, though, there was 20, 30 for sale. Right now, there's 3. So somebody else has listed one, but yeah, there's only 3 for sale. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah. Let's see, what's floor? Floor is what's that USD? I don't even.
Tim, you're tapping a thing.
Sorry, I got ADD, bro. I can't help it.
Want to thank Trey big time. We know how busy you are with everything going on, and I'm really excited to see where else you go. So
for sure,
this chair in the virtual podcast world for the Sultans is always open. We can't wait. I can't wait to have you back after the next year of whatever it is you're up to. So yeah, dude, appreciate you.
We'll find out.
Yeah,
appreciate you big time.
Next year could be crazy.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Super exciting. We're pumped about it. Can't wait to see you in real life too.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to make DBC the camp. We're gonna have to make that camp happen. It's gonna have to be a thing.
Oh man, don't bring that up. We'll go for another hour. Yeah, we'll do a DBC Campout one day. I promise.
You can make a full an episode or 2 on it. Film it, put it all together.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I'm just saying.
That would be fun. Get a band to play. Maybe we get a Stockio. Bring Monolith Zero. They could play one night.
Bring them in.
Yeah.
Maybe do a acoustic set. I don't know. I think it's funny.
Well, you were there when Nick did a special little concert for us at Around the Fire.
Oh yeah, we already got.
I guess I've seen the acoustic show.
We kind of got a little taste, yeah.
We kind of for sure. But.
All right, well, cool. You guys be safe in your journeys today. Take some good pictures of cars.
You as well. Will do. It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be a good day.
Much love, always.
Peace. Thank you for having me.
Hell yeah. We'll do it again soon.
Season Pass 2.
Season Pass 2. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
The living are dying. The sleeping ain't lying. The happy are crying. The poor are supplying. These lyrics don't tie in.
Tidbits of fiddlesticks and oven mitts, get rid of it. All the pits and armpits, I'm all a part of none of it. Deodorize in disguise for thick guys with big thighs. Seems like a chicken fry, your husband is a housefly.